Hi, my name is David Dylan Thomas, and today we are going to talk about hyperbolic discounting, which is really just a fancy word for present Dave is really bad at thinking about future Dave, right? So present Dave sees a piece of chocolate cake and is like, I want that now, and isn't really thinking about future Dave's blood sugar, right? This is why it is difficult to stick to an exercise regimen. This is why it's hard to think about investing because the reward comes later and we're much better about thinking about the reward now. And where this comes into corporate culture is corporations are really good at sort of like doing things without necessarily thinking about the future outcomes necessarily, or like being really clear on the goal. So this is all part of the kind of goals, the importance of goal setting we've been talking about. Now, to help with that, though, there's a couple different exercises you can try. So one is they call it backcasting. You're sort of like saying, hey, if we do this thing, so let's say it's we are going to redo the website for the business, right? Happens all the time. And you're trying to clarify what is the goal of that. So a good question to ask would be if we redo the website, what will be different 1 year from now, right? If we redo the website and it does everything we want it to, what will be different a year from now? And you might get answers like, okay, it'll be easier to do our jobs, right? Easier how, right? And once you start to tease some of those details out, you can say, oh, well, how hard is it to do that right now? Well, let's get a baseline so that A, we can actually measure, right? And see if we actually achieved our goal, but then B, actually have something to shoot for, right? And this comes in incredibly handy when you're actually in the process of planning the redo of the website or actually remaking the website. You know why you're doing it. So that kind of backcasting is a really good way to do it. Another thing you can do is what's called a pre-mortem, and you ask the opposite question. You say, okay, a year out or whatever, we did this website and it went horribly wrong. It's a disaster. What happened? Right. And again, you can kind of now you're just sort of looking for trouble spots, things that you might not have anticipated because you were just, okay, we're remaking the website. Let's go do that. It's like, no, you want to know why you're doing it and what could possibly go wrong. So those are a couple ways of just sitting down and deliberately thinking about the future that can help you connect with your future self or your business's future self, to keep you from just sort of like going all in on something without really thinking about the consequences. So we're going to do a few more of these about goal setting. For now, my name is David Dylan Thomas. I do workshops and talks about inclusive design, and you can find me at daviddylan.thomas.com and feel free to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.